not even in the stream. You ever have one of them days? Well, today I'm having one of them days. Today is June 1st, and June is every month I establish something that I want to do, a theme for the month. And this theme for the month is burn the boats. It's all about leaving out any option for failure. All we want to do is succeed. All we're going to do is win, 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 and that is it. So, in that realm, I have been putting together different programs and opportunities, people, places, and things that's going to help you level up and live your best life now. What is now? No opportunity wasted. So, I'm going to help you throughout the month tap into different people and different programs that's going to help you go to the next level. And all of the programs won't be mine. See, one of the things that I know for sure is that if you help enough people get what they want, you'll always get what you want too. In that vein, I am highlighting different businesses, entrepreneurs, and people of impact to ensure that you get the best information possible so you can level up. Today, I'm waiting for my guest to join me, Dr. Denise Sincere, who's starting a brand new program that launched today. It's called the Get Your Steps In Challenge. It's an email challenge that's going to be filled with lots of tips and information. It's been designed for, especially for women leaders, busy women leaders like the ones that watch this show. She wants to ensure that you are able to level up to your healthier self one step at a time. But until Dr. Denise joins us, I'm going to tell you some of the things that are going to be going on in the month of June. During this month, it's going to be really exciting because I really want you guys to begin to tap into all areas of your life. You know, I use a mind, body, and soul approach. So we're going to be talking about our health, our wealth, our finances. Yes, that too. Your career, your relationships, about your mental health, about your physical health. We're going to hit every area this month of June. I see Dr. Denise is in the waiting room, and we're going to add her to the stream so we can talk about her program right now. Hold on, let me get Dr. Denise here.
Hello.
Okay, we were having a little bit of an echo today.
There you go. Yes, yes. Hello, Brenda. Thank you so much for having me here today and sharing this information across the world. I appreciate it.
We still have an echo. I'm excited to have you here today because as someone that walks on a regular basis, sometimes you can get bored and get kind of monotonous. Having your tip of the day was really crucial for helping me feel a little bit more motivated today than I had been in the past. So first, I'd like to start by, before we go into your program, could you tell us who are you, Dr. Denise Sincere, and why you developed this program?
I am Dr. Denise Sincere. I am a mental resilience coach and a global wellness mentor. And I help women leaders across the world who are really ready to make the lifestyle shift so they can be healthier and show up as their best at their fullest potential to get that by prioritizing their health and their wellness. Oftentimes, and through all of the women that I have spoken to over the years I've been doing this, is that we all sacrifice ourselves to support other people, to build our businesses, to build legacies at the sake of being successful. And then we are exhausted, burnt out, overwhelmed at the end of the day, and we don't know how to get out of that cycle. So I'm here to help them and you and anyone who's willing to join the challenge to get through that and start making themselves a priority, getting at the top of the list instead of the bottom.
Well, one of the things I like about this is I can incorporate this into what I'm already doing. So I realize it's not, because the first thing when I said challenge, I can't do another challenge. But what I like about your challenge is really email based. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Then all I have to do is read one email a day and we're going to go. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
So it is the Get Your Steps In Challenge, and it's designed for busy women leaders across the world. If you're a leader in life and you're a woman, it's you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you don't necessarily have to own a business to do it. However, you will get emails in your inbox, and it will give you steps to do every day just to encourage you to get more active. And actually, you start out with 30 minutes a day, being intentional about walking, which is an opportunity to put yourself on your schedule and to say, this is me time. This is one of the things that's different from other challenges. Yes, you can do this with a buddy, but there are rules that I share along the way that will help you. I hear an echo.
No, I don't hear an echo on my
Okay.
side.
So that will help you along the way. But this is a way for you to really be intentional about getting on your calendar and using that time as part of self-care and self edifying moments so you can decompress and get through your day and start the next day feeling better that you've prioritize yourself.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to say, because one of the ladies that joined, because I told her about the challenge, she said, "Well, Brenda, I don't have time to go to the park and walk." And what I loved about it was that I didn't have to go anywhere. I actually walk in my driveway. I've been
Right.
doing that since the pandemic started, and because I have a lot of dogs in my neighborhood, I really did not want to be walking all around. So I simply started walking in my driveway, and when I did that, that allowed me to still get my steps in without having to leave to go anywhere.
Right. And let me apologize for having to look away from the camera. There's people coming in saying I'm joined, I'm in. So I need to silence those notifications.
That
I'm
is
super
good.
excited. It always makes me feel good when a woman is really stepping up for herself in life. So yes. So yes, Brenda, the excusitis of I don't have time. We all have 24 hours in a day. And quite frankly, if you are in charge of your life and nobody else is running your life for you, you decide your schedule. You decide when you get up. You decide when you get to sleep. You decide what tasks and things that are critical for your continued success and that which you can really delegate so you can have time for yourself. That's the biggest issue is women saying, well, I don't have time. Well, what you're doing right now isn't working. So if you can't carve out at least an hour a day for yourself, then who's in charge of your life?
Not you, apparently. But I want to point out for those listening on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, please go tell somebody else because this is not just for you. I want you to share this. Get on your social media, pass the word that the Get Your Steps In Challenge starts today. And we don't want to sleep on this because we want to make sure that you get your steps in, you get the tips that's going to help you get to be a healthier version of yourself. And remember, summer is here. Spring's already sprung, and we don't want to wait till last minute. You want to get that body in shape so you look good walking around. But Dr. Nice, what I wanted to talk to you about, in addition to, we got the challenge going on, which is amazing. And I'm excited about that and the opportunity to share it with my viewers because, part of doing the T.A.P.I.N is saying people, I want them to live their best life. And part of living your best life is taking a holistic approach. It's not just your mind, your money, it's your wellness, it's everything. Your health is your wealth. And I know you talk about that a lot. And I want to share with the listeners that you helped me by helping me adjust my mindset because check this out, ladies, even coaches need coaches. And Dr. Sincere was able to do my macros. She was able to help me with my mindset, give me some tips before she even started this challenge. Working with her helped me get to a place of continually losing weight and sustaining the weight loss, not just losing. Because see, I can lose weight every day of the week and twice on Sunday. What I wasn't doing was maintaining the weight loss, and I didn't see a maintainability of my weight loss until I started working with Dr. Sincere. So I encourage all of you to take the Get Your Steps In challenge so you can get accustomed to the kind of teaching that she has so that maybe you too will opt in to work with her in a group or one-on-one coaching. Would you like to talk about that at all, Dr. Sincere?
So let's back up a little bit because you said you have worked with me and it was last year I think I called
you. Are you about to put me on blast? Are you about to put me on blast? Are you really going to do that?
So you stepped up for the challenge and first of all let's just say this, we're Marines. Right. So I already knew if I tell a Marine something, it was going to happen. So you showed up and you got it done. So I thank you for that. But you felt amazing. And then other people who got on that challenge. And what was so interesting was one of the caveats for us doing the challenge, as you said, I was no nonsense when I came out the gate. Yes. But the thing was we had to do it in silence. We had to move in silence. It wasn't something that we talked about with everyone because when you're starting something new in your life and you have people in your ear, it can throw you off track, right? it can discourage you from continuing to go forward because you have this chatter that's not constructive to what you're trying to obtain. So we got through that challenge, and oh my goodness, so here we are again, right? And the whole thing about the wellness is, you said it early, your health is your wealth. I say your health is your greatest, most powerful asset that you've had. I've never met anyone who's ever told me they were sick and in the hospital or anything like that. And I've recently had a friend who just got out of the hospital from having a serious medical condition. Nothing about money came up. The only thing they ever talked about was, I got to do something about my health. I can't keep going the way I'm going. I can't keep pushing myself. I can't keep working the hours I'm working. You know, it's so the realization of your mortality and that you're on this rat race. It's not really healthy for the lifestyle that you're really working to obtain. So you have to shift and really put your health and fitness at the top of your list, as well as your mindset, because that's really where I come in. So I want people to understand I am not a personal trainer or a fitness coach in any way. I am here to encourage every single woman leader who wants to step up and really lead her life and say, I too am important. Because with all the things that we do to build our legacies, to have the level of success, to provide for our families as well, and to forge forward by the side next to our mates, right? You can't do it sick, right? And your money means nothing if you have no health, right? Absolutely. So without you, it doesn't happen. And that's what I really want to impress upon people. So I'm here to help you with the mental side of this whole process of, proper eating, getting active with your life. And even if you need some tips on how to choose the right trainer, if you say, hey, I want to do this, but I need the accountability and the support, let me hire a trainer. I can even share those tips, which I do when I work with clients as well, on how to do it, because that's equally important, especially as we are when we get past a certain age, and if, like I have been diagnosed with chronic pain. I have for many, many years, being a disabled vet. So it's really important to have the right type of trainer who can also get you past that. So I'm here for the mental part of it, because no matter what you do, if your mind is not right and aligned with those goals and those values you have for your life, you're going to quit. You're going to not be motivated to get back on track. And the transformation that you want for yourself will seem so unattainable because you keep telling yourself that you can't. And so all those excuses have to go out of the door. And really, you just have to, make a decision to prioritize yourself, because transformation is just around the corner if you're consistent and you stick with it.
So, Dr. Denise, how long is the challenge?
So the challenge is 10 days, just to get you started. And every email there's at the end of every email, I give a tip. The email is a tip of how to get through it, but I give an additional tip, because no matter who I've coached, who I've sent to personal trainers or what have you, the mindset piece is so critical, right? You can start a diet, as you said earlier, but if it's that mindset, we derail ourselves because we don't make the shifts in our thinking. And at the end of every email, there is a mental resilience tip that I share for you to use and implement on this journey and in your life. So come on and join the challenge. Walk with me. Brenda, I've been at this wellness journey for many years. It's been a lifesaver. It's been a blessing for me, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that's something that I also want people to understand is you're not one-dimensional. You're multifaceted as a human being, and you really deserve to live your best life. But in order to live your best life, you have to be a better version of yourself. And that starts with your mentality.
And for those people that would say, oh, Dr. Denise, I just, I hear what you're saying. But I just heard you say this is 10 days, a 10-day challenge that starts today. That means right now, if they start this challenge today, go log in. If you're listening, go log in right now. And for the next 10 days, make yourself a priority and get your steps in. The link is showing up on the screen. And for those of you that are listening, all you have to do is go. It's a bit.ly link, bit.ly.ly/get your steps in. If you can't spell it, it's bit.ly/GETYOURSTEPHSIN. Come on, you guys. I bet most of you out there have 10 days that you can pay attention, read an email, get some tips, and get started on your fitness journey. Why do you think it's important for women leaders to do this and not wait? Because I know there's some people say, I don't have time right now, Dr. Denise. What would you say to that?
The time factor. Again, we all have 24 hours in the day. And usually when I work with clients, Brenda, as you well know, I look at your schedule. We look at it together. Where in this 24-hour period of time with the schedule that you've created for yourself, right? So I like, first of all, to take ownership, because it is your schedule, your time, your life, right? That you can either delegate some of the things that you have taken on that may not really be yours to begin with, to start delegating those things and really carve out an hour a day. But in this challenge, I'm asking you to start with 30 minutes a day. Now, if you're a woman who already walks 30 minutes a day, then I challenge you to go 45 minutes a day. Okay. You know, rev it up, because that's when we start seeing changes in our lives. That's where we start feeling better, when we make the necessary shifts by putting our health first, our wellness first, our mental well-being first. We're under a lot of stress these days. Not that it's a new thing, but it's even more apparent in this day and time. And we have to find ways to decompress, to de-stress, and to clear our minds. And I can tell you, just from me walking, because I've actually started, I believe in leading by example, okay? Which is why I'm focused on women leaders around the world, is because people often look to the leader as a guide as to how they live their lives, right? And so if you can just lay your excuses down for 10 days, just 10 days to start, right? Because there's always a starting pains when you starting something new. If you can just lay your excuses down and say, I'm going to do this, make a commitment to yourself to really want to show up for yourself. And whether you have to get up 30, 45 minutes early in the morning or after work in the evening, if you're an entrepreneur, put it in your schedule, right? Because you have that level of flexibility. There's really no excuse, because I'm not asking you to go to a gym and walk. I'm not asking you to go to the park and walk. I'm saying get it in the best way you can where you are. Make it a part of what you're already doing. And that's the key to changing our mindset about what's possible for us. It's so easy for people to say, I can't. I'm here to challenge you and say, what can you do? What's really possible?
You saw me look into the site here because I have Facebook open, everything open at once. And I'm reading some of the comments, and she says, I really don't have time to get outside and walk. And for that person, I'll simply say, walk in your house. Where I'm at right now, because my podcast studio is in renovations, I'm in my dining room, and I have a 23-foot run here. So I literally walk in my dining room on inclement weather days. So I know, as someone that was willing to give up the excuses, is that where there is a will, there is a way. And I'm not sure if this is one of the tips you're going to give later on, but I also know I get my steps in through random dance, and movement sometimes does not have to be as complicated as we make it. Would you agree with that, Dr. Denise?
Absolutely. So that is the thing. We complicate the process, and prioritizing our health and wellness should not be that challenging. So, Brenda, as you well know, that when I invited a select women leaders last year, you included, to the challenge, we went out for the challenge that we did, the Level Up Your Life challenge. We did it in inclement weather, right? We did
and that was 75 days long. Can I point that out there?
Oh, yeah.
That was 75, not 10 days, 75 days. We had to commit. And for those who listen, please do not commit to something with Dr. Denise and don't be prepared to show up, because she will get you. And for 75 days, I hung in there. I stuck it out. And if you had told me when we first got introduced to that challenge that I would do and accomplish what I did, I would have told you were on hallucinogenic drugs. But that challenge taught me that I'm stronger than I think I am, that when I put my mind to it, I can accomplish anything. And that when you have a support group of like-minded women and a leader that's willing to give you some tough love, you can accomplish anything. So I think for those of you that are wondering, can I do this 10-day challenge? My answer is absolutely. And then I hope the next time she does the level up challenge that you'll join her in that as well. Dr. Denise, I know you are really busy and you jumped on here to do this with me so we could get the word out about your challenge. But I want to know, how is doing this challenge and even the level up challenge before, where you had a group of women that were willing to take your guidance and trust you with their health and their mindset adjustment. How does that help you live your best life?
Good question. To be quite honest, I believe in leading by example. I mean, I know no other way. If you really want to help people achieve the transformation and the breakthroughs in their lives, you have to lead by example. And so what many people find difficult to believe at first is, because I'm a disabled veteran and the level of pain and injuries that I deal with, the pain from the injuries I deal with on a day-to-day, I am the last person that you want to give an excuse to. Because I tell people that if you see me in one of my episodes, you're gonna say, like, people who've had the opportunity to see me, not because I wanted them to see it, but they were around me at the time where I had an episode. They were like, "Oh my God, we had no idea." Right?
Right.
So yes, I look like this strong woman who can beast out all the time, but because I want a higher quality of life, I live what I teach.
Mm-hmm.
I walk the talk. you know, so I'm teaching and I'm encouraging others out of my own experience. Not because you're incapable, is because oftentimes we have physical challenges and things going on in our lives that even affect us mentally, that we think, oh, well, we can't, we're too old, we're too big, it doesn't matter for me at this point, who cares, nobody else cares. I care. Mm-hmm. I care that you show up for yourself. I care that you find yourself worthy and valuable enough to say, this is my life, this is my mind, body, and spirit, and I'm going to take care of it and do the best I can with what I have right now. I'm not looking for perfection. Don't look for perfection from yourself. Just show up for yourself, because we expect everybody else to show up for us that say they will, right? How about you show up for you? So that's what I'm looking for, and it helps me to continue to stay on track, Brenda, because now I'm leading a charge. Now I'm forging a pathway for those who have challenges, who thought they couldn't do something. That's okay. I'm going to do it regardless.
Go ahead.
Right? Because I'm so wired to do that I'm going to do it whether someone joins or not, because I've made a decision to live my best life by being my best self. And this is a part of it. This is not about being cute and being beautified and thinking that's being your best self. It starts with the mind. So what this does, it keeps me, it gives me an added boost, because I'm already self-motivated. I'm already inspired. I do the self-work. And when people come on the journey, starting their journey, and they say, oh my God, and then they learn a little bit more about my story, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I really have no excuse then. So that tells me, yes, keep doing what you're doing, because if I could just help one woman,
mm-hmm.
no matter where you are around the world, to say I'm enough to put me at the top of my priority list, I'm doing a good thing. So that's what keeps me going, is, did I reach at least one? At least one. Well, I prefer to reach millions.
you reached me, Dr. Denise, and now I'm going to tell everybody how they can tap into what you are doing. It's always—
before you go there, can I say one thing?
Yes.
This challenge, let me tell you who this is for and who it's not. I'm going to start with who it's not for. Those of you who want to sit around and just be comfortable with your excuses. It's not for you. It's okay. It's just where you are on the level of continuum. You're just not there yet. You're still trying to figure it out if you really, want to step up and really live your best life. This is for women leaders around the world who have said enough. I need a change. I'm ready for a change. I'd rather do it with other women leaders who I know are taking themselves serious and stepping up. And I want to make the change for myself and my family. I don't want to be sick, or I want to improve my health. And that's who this is for. Make no excuses and want to show up with those of us who are already on this challenge, and those of us who are, prioritizing ourselves. That's who it's for. Those who say, I'm not doing excuses. I've done that. That hasn't worked. I'm ready for a change now. And that transformation starts with making the decision to move forward.
And see, I love that, because that goes great with the theme for the show this month, which is burn the boats. Leave no option for retreat or turn around. The only option is to succeed. So I'm going to tell you guys how to tap in this week because of one of my guests last week. I actually put tap in down there, the T.A.P.I.N, that I asked everyone to do at the end of the show. T, I want you to transform your mindset and understand that you are able to tap in and make the shift to do this 10-day challenge. Just set aside the next 10 days to read an email and follow the tips. How hard is that, you guys? Then I want you to go on your social media and announce that you have just joined the 10-day Get Your Steps In Challenge with Dr. Denise Sincere, because I want to know that you're doing it and invite others in. Then I want you to understand that in this phase, that's how you're going to get some accountability, by announcing to the world that you're in the challenge, because you're in it to win it. Then I want you to prepare by getting yourself together by signing up today. There's the link on the screen there. It's again bit.ly/get your steps in. You go there, you register, and you prepare by making sure that every morning you get up early and read that email, follow the tips and tricks to make sure you can get your steps in. Then I want you to imagine how you're going to feel 10 days from now when you have accomplished the 10-day Get Your Steps In and you're on the path to a better, healthier you. Then I want you to nurture that thought, understanding that if it is to be, it's up to me. In this case, if it is to be, it's up to you, because if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. And it's time to get your steps in. Dr. Denise, you get to say any last thing for those people that may still be sitting on the fence, eating those chips and drinking that diet soda, going, that sounds good for her, but I'm not trying to do it. Because I'm saying that because that used to be me. You remember you had to smack a couple of Diet Pepsis out of my hand.
I thought it was bubble gum, but okay.
Look, it's been so long since I had bubble gum, I forgot all about it. But yes, I was a card-carrying, bubble gum chewing, the kitty stuff, until I met Dr. Denise, who was like, no, that ain't it, baby. That ain't it. What you got, Dr. Denise? For the fence sitters.
Yeah, so this is for everyone, okay? Mm-hmm. Again, this is not about perfection. This is about getting started with the rest of us out here who are serious. If you're saying, for whatever reason that you're hesitant, if you want to be different in 10, 20, 30 days from now, so you can have the momentum to go the distance, start with us. You're not alone. We're here doing it with you. I did a live on my IG this morning while I was walking in reference to this Get Your Steps In, to show you that I am living this. I'm not asking you to do something that I don't do. I'm here so you know that you're not walking alone. Even though we're not walking physically together, you're not alone. You will not be alone on any journey that you partake in with me. So make a decision. Look at yourself in the mirror and make a decision to say, are you really ready for a change? And when you find yourself in the same place 6 months from now, a year from now, just know it's because you decided either to stay on the fence or you decided to move forward and journey forward with us. So again, it's not about perfection. It's just about getting started. You're important. Your life is worth it. And I believe that you can make a change in your life if you really just step up and say yes to yourself and your health and your wellness.
Dr. Denise, thank you for coming on the show today. And for those of you that's listening, remember, it's time to burn the boats. Leave no options whatsoever. For those of you, last few people that's still going, I'm not sure. I'm going to throw this out to you. If you need a walking partner, then DM me and I will get up every morning at 6:30. I will FaceTime you. I will get on IG Live, whatever it takes to get you so you can get your steps in for the next 10 days. That's how committed that I am to make sure that anybody that is willing, maybe that's your excuse, you don't want to walk alone. You have no excuse now because I've given you a lifeline. Remember, the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely. And most importantly, choose to get your steps in. Register today.